Hello, boys and girls and others. Do I have a treat for you today? So I couldn't stop. I ordered some more speed loaders. And it's again from 5starfirearms.com. Just amazing product here, and I just couldn't wait to share this with you guys. I'm a big fan of 5-star speed loaders. I think they're the best in this industry. They may not be the cheapest, but you get what you pay for. What's good about these ones, they're made from a single, it's a billet aluminum single block. They're machined precisely. They look very good. This is a typical look that you get. What I really like about them, and that's why I'm only using 5-star speed loaders, is you see how thin this wall is. And with different gun types, with different manufacturers, you cannot really have a thick thing over here on the sides because you're gonna have issues getting it into your gun. A lot of times there's not enough space when you roll that cylinder out. There's only a little bit of space, and that's what sometimes you buy a speed loader and on the website or in some comments it says, oh, it doesn't work with my gun because it's too thick. I know Speed Bees, it's a good idea, Speed Bees, but there's a lot of stuff going on around and not every gun will accommodate those. Now for this one, if your gun is gonna work with a speed loader, this is it. It will work with any gun that's, if it doesn't work with this one, it doesn't go with anyone, right? So this is your best option. And it's a classically built thing. Basically, it's a twist knob operation. So when it's turned to the right, it's locked. When you turn it to the left, it releases the rounds. So let me quickly show you how this works. I have some dummy rounds on the table here. You put them in, and then you have to twist the knob to the right. So now they're not gonna fall out, right? And then the operation is simple. You grab your gun. You see how, this is what I'm talking about. There's very little space over here between the gun and the cylinder. And that's true for many guns. Not for every gun, but especially this is Kimber K6XS. It's very tightly tolerated gun. They made a point of making it. This is the smallest 38 caliber cylinder in the world. So that is something special, right? With this, right? No problem. You can see there's not a lot of space, right? You see that there's not a lot of space left, but it works absolutely. It works beautifully. You twist the knob to the left, it releases the rounds, and you're fully loaded. If you like speed loaders, this is what works. And then if you have a plastic speed loader with this thin of a wall, it might work for some situations, but if you drop it, if you strain it, if you sit on it, if it's in your pocket, you really need the dexterity and the strength that aluminum provides. Aluminum is not the strongest metal in the world. There are stronger ones, I guess. There's steel, there's all kinds of things. But for this, aluminum is better than all those because it's light and it provides plenty of strength. In fact, with one hand, I cannot even do anything to it. Possibly I could damage it if I really put myself into this, which I'm not gonna do, but it's plenty strong, and that's what you need, right? So this is for K6S. You can, this one you can buy on Kimber. And any one of these, so they make a variety of speed loaders. They make ones for any kind of caliber that you can imagine, any kind of gun. They are very versatile as far as their selection over there. They make for 6-round cylinder, for 5-round cylinder, for 8-round cylinder, for 7-round cylinder, whatever you name it. But they make this one specifically for Kimber, and Kimber brands it for K6S, 357-38, and it's a K, but it's a 5-star thing, which they contracted from 5-star. This is good, but I discovered something, and I already talked about it briefly. If you go to 5-Star Firearms website, you can order these speed loaders in any kind of color. This is anodized aluminum and painted in a beautiful blue color, but they have a bunch of different colors. I received this little brochure. They also make loading blocks. This is a billet aluminum loading block. You see there, it's got, in this case, it's 8-shot drilled holes for your loading situation. You can have 40 rounds already positioned, and then you just hover your speed loader over them and pick them up out of the loading block. This would work for somebody who is spending a lot of time at the range or whatnot. They have the 5-round ones, which is this one, right? And by the way, they work very well. I just want to show you really quick. You just put them in so, twist it to the right, and then when it's time to load, you just twist it to the left, they fall out. Now, that's not the exciting part. That's not why I'm doing this video. If you go to 5starfirearms.com, to the website, it's not very good, but if you have a little patience, you can navigate to where you can order your own speed loader that you need in the color that you want. Look at all these marvelous, cool, awesome colors. And I don't want to have the glare, so I'm angling it to get the glare off. But basically, you have this tactical black, which some people like. You have green, you have red, you have orange, gold, whatever, pink, purple. This purple, I was contemplating so hard. Almost got the purple. Now, I don't know about this one. I don't even know what it's called, that color. Doesn't matter. If you like it, you can get it on their website. I got this one. So this is the one I have. I already made a video about it. I was very excited. And what's not to be excited about? But there's one that I was really thinking about. I was thinking it's so freaking dumb. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, it is so dumb that I'm gonna get it. And which one do you think it is? Can you guess which one I got? They make some other things as well. They sell accessories, Frontier Leather Works, gun cleaning products, some t-shirts, some gun stands, some whatnots. But to me, they are speed loader manufacturer, and they're the best as far as I'm concerned. There's two ways to make anything. There's the right way and the lazy, lousy way. They do it right. They do it, the fit and finish, the color, the lettering, the way it works very well. The operation itself is just magnificent. And I bought them for pretty much every revolver that I own. This is for the J-frame. We do have a J-frame over here on the table, the 442, and you can see that I have some snap caps, but I also have some live rounds. It's for the American roulette game. What you do is you risk your life and you hope that you don't shoot yourself. No, I'm just kidding. It's a laser round. So these two are lasers and these three are snap caps. So this is for a dry fire practice. You check is it shooting where you're pointing? Is your pointing game on point? Forgive my language there. So you continue and then you're gonna get that laser. Hopefully you guys can see that on this video. It's a little angled and you check your aim. This is good for dry fire practice. It doesn't replace a trip to the range, right? But at the same time, it's very helpful. Some people say that dry fire work doesn't do much. I disagree. I think dry fire is very important. It does help you a lot, but it's not the same as a trip to the range. It's a different thing. In some ways, it's better than a trip to the range because it does things that a trip to the range doesn't do. But in some ways, it doesn't do the things that the trip to the range does do. So you have to have both. It's not a replacement. It's just a component of your understanding of your firearm, of your experience with your firearm. So this is my dry fire practice. I have 3 dummies and I have 2 laser, and that kind of helps me see where I'm aiming, how am I doing as far as my lateral and vertical movement of the gun as I'm operating. This is very helpful. So these work great for here, right? Again, it's a small gun. There is not a lot of room over here on the left or on the right. And we can actually check this out really quick. What do you guys think of these lasers? So, actually the lasers wouldn't fit. Well, it's not a big deal because it's not made for lasers. It's made for real rounds and they do fit. Again, that's how it looks. Obviously, you're gonna have real bullets in a real life situation, but this is just to practice. You put them in, every time it's no problem. You can see how little space there is every time, right? It's a small gun. It's not gonna have the design of 442. Think small. It's a pocket pistol, right? Some carry it on an ankle. It's small. It's smaller than K6 XS, and the K6 XS is small. But if you're comparing to some other ones that are much larger, that's when it really starts to make sense, right? This is much smaller than some of the other ones, narrower. There's not a lot of room for extra things. And that goes with this idea that this, look at how thin the wall of this speedloader is, and it's plenty strong. It's very strong. Look at this. It's in, and we're good to go, right? In fact, this one is stronger than this one because this is just a general opening. But in this case, all the rounds are isolated. So there's all this isolation in between rounds. They couldn't do it with K6. K6 XS is so tight. The rounds are so tight. This is the smallest 6-round 38 caliber cylinder on the planet. So they could not make all those holes isolated with the reinforced walls. So there is no reinforcement, but it's still plenty strong. Just because it's aluminum. But this one, I can do whatever with this one. Nothing's gonna happen to this one. I do want to make a point that 5-Star Firearms, they make a variety of things, and like I said, they make this 8-shot speedloader as well. So this one is 6-shot for Kimber, 5-shot for J-frame. This works very well again. This is model 327 Smith & Wesson. Again, the tolerances are very tight over here. And I heard reports that depending on what handle, depending on what grips you're using, it might not work, depending on the model of speedloader. But the 5-star works every time. So you put it in, again, there, absolutely no room. But 5-star works every time and works very well. If you need a speedloader, you can't go wrong. This is really the best speedloader out there, as far as I'm concerned. So for my K6 XS, I went ahead and I bought this version. This is a Zombie Killer Edition. It is so dumb, but some things are so dumb that they make a full circle that they're on the other side where it's like, I have to have it. But there was a problem because I already had 2 speedloaders from Kimber website, which is 5-Star Firearms. They're just styled a little differently. They have a Kimber logo, but it's the same speedloader, right? There's no difference whatsoever. And that just means it's a good quality. Everything works very well. If you go to 5-Star Firearms, it's not called K6 because they have a K6, but K6 is for a K-frame Smith & Wesson. This is called D6, D like dog, right? Kind of confusing, but it's smaller because this is the smallest 38 cylinder on the planet, and the speedloader has to correspond to those specifications. They are quality, and this is quality, I'm telling you guys, because you never know, it looks one way on a picture, then you receive, and it's shitty. But this one is amazing. It's everything you can hope for. And because I didn't need one of these, I already had 2, that I just wanted color in my life. That's the only reason. And I didn't really need another one, so I ordered 2 of these, right? And that's gonna give us so again, the presentation is nothing. The quality that they provide, it's all in the product. The packaging is from a dollar store on a corner. No, they spend all their time on the product itself, so they didn't have any time to spend on the packaging. The packaging is so simple. It says Zombie Killer Edition, www.5starfirearms.com, making dead things more dead. So some jokes and whatever. And then you open it up, it's a staple. It's some guy at the warehouse just stapling this by hand. That's a process. And it's kind of awesome. I just like the whole thing. I love it. I'd rather have this than some really nice packaging and then piece of crap product. Look at the attention to detail. I think it's all done by hand. They are all different. The blood splatter work is just out of this world. I think Dexter would be envious of the attention to detail and just the artistry that this provides. This is really good looking. That's what you want. Are they cheap? It's up to you to decide. They are $22 if they are this color. And then this color you can get, you don't have to go to 5-Star Firearms for that one. This one you can get on Amazon, on eBay, on LuckyGunner.com, on some other retailers, because when they want to sell you a speed loader, they're not going to order different colors for you. They're just going to order this color. That's it. And then somewhere I've seen they actually went out of their way and they ordered this tactical black one, which is actually very nice color. I think technically that's what you need for daily carry, the black one. And so instead of 22, if you paint it any color, it becomes 25. So again, all of these are 25, I guess. Might be, don't quote me or something, but might be some variations depending on whether it's 5 shots, 6 shots, 8 shots and whatnot. And then with shipping and everything, it was around $60, 59 something. So $30 per thing. It's a lot of money in certain respects, but you get this unique thing and you pay once, you buy once, cry once, that sort of thing, and you get this unique, awesome thing that's gonna warm your heart every time you get to handle this. Very high quality and good looking product. Works very well. The operation is flawless every time. Do they have cons? Are there any negatives with this? Yes, nothing is perfect in this world, but this is very close. Now, I want you to consider something. Let me just show you something really quick. So this is the new thing, the lovely thing. Let's load it up. And by the way, the shipping is insane because I ordered 2 of these from the manufacturer. They make it for you. And after you order it, they make these 2 things, they staple them with a staple in this package in a warehouse, and they ship it out. But before you order, they don't make it. That's the thing. It's a very old school type of production. I think it's worth every penny. And basically, it took 3 weeks and 6 days. No, 3 weeks and 5. Oh, almost 4 weeks. 3 weeks and 5 days. If it was 2 more days, it would be 4 weeks. It was so long. At some point, I started doubting, did I even order this? I started checking my emails just to make sure, because in our fast-paced world, by this time, 3 weeks and 5 days, I received 20 packages from Amazon, because you order something from Amazon, it arrives next day or the day after. And by the way, you can order these ones from Amazon. They'll arrive fast. But if you want color, there's no other way. You have to go through 5starfirearms.com. You have to order the color you want. They make it specifically for you. Just these 2 little things were done specifically for me. And I had to wait almost 4 weeks. And I had to pay almost $60. I consider it money well spent. Not because it's cheap or it's not a bargain. I'm not buying it because I need it. I don't need it at all. I bought it because I want it. It's a luxury item, so to speak. Now, we were talking about cons, about negatives. Can you hear that? Can you hear that rattle? Is that a con for you? Let me record the sound that it makes when it's in the pocket. So right now I'm putting it's in the pocket. I'm gonna rattle my pocket. Can you hear it? I can hear it very well. In a way, that's a con. Maybe there are some plastic ones, they don't make as loud of a sound because it's metal on metal sound. Metal on plastic sound is still gonna make a sound, maybe not as loud, right? Is there a way to remedy this? Maybe you can put some rubber inserts around. I don't know. I don't know if that's even possible. You need this to work. Well, it works every time. You want it to work when it's time to work, right? Of course, my idea, I'm probably never gonna use this gun in a real life situation. I'm only gonna use it, well, hopefully, right? I'm only gonna use it in a gun range. So there's all kinds of time you have. But if you don't have that time, you have to do it quickly. This works like magic, like charm. It doesn't skip a beat ever. It works every time. Works very well, super reliable. So I don't know if this can be remedied. Even if you wanted to do some inserts on the inside and put some rubbery things, I don't know if that's worth it for you. I'm not even gonna bother with this, but I do want to mention that aspect that it does make that sound as you're carrying it. And again, it doesn't mean it sounds all the time. I was shaking my pocket vigorously, right? A general motion is like this if you're walking, right? And then if it's in a pocket, it doesn't even, depending on how tight your pocket is, may not even make any sounds, or it may make a sound. Just depends on how it's working out for you. So it's in the pocket. For me, it will make a sound. If I'm just walking, maybe not necessarily if it's just walking, but if I'm jogging, it will make some sound. So that's the only con that I can see from all this. Is it gonna stop me? Not at all. I'm just super excited. I'm super happy that I have this. I'm gonna use it. In fact, I could not wait to get it to start using it. I'm not excited about these. These are amazing. They work very well. And if you need something that works, that's reliable, you cannot go wrong. But I'm not a commando. And if I was a commando, I wouldn't be using this. This is for a city life where you're never going to use your gun, hopefully in self-defense. It's a lifestyle. It's a personal aesthetic choice. It's a hobby, right? So that's why you need some zombie apocalypse merch in your life. And that's what they call it. It's called the Zombie Killer Edition. Is it dumb? Yes. Is it awesome? Double yes. That's what it is. Thank you guys for tuning in.